We don't think that we needed to do such a tax cut, especially in the context where it helps people who don't have any financial problems. In the context of inflation, we learned this morning that the inflation at the grocery store is still at 10%. So how are low-income persons or families going to cope with such an important inflation with a tax cut that is worth $200? So I don't think it's a good public policy in the context where we still have many problems with our health system, education. We can't provide housing for everyone. And we're talking about the economy all the time, but we're underestimating the fact that if people are not in good health, cannot send their kids to CPE and don't have housing, well, their participation to our economy will be inexistent, and it's, on top of that, most importantly, very unfair. So that's not the orientation we think we should have.
I know there's a lot of criticism, but what were you happy to see in the budget?
Well, there were a few things like the EPS clinics. So I think there's a good initiative there to provide us with a better first line of health services. We're happy to see Télé-Québec have their own Made in Quebec education TV show for kids. I was criticized because it seems that I wanted to stop and forbid the Pat Patrouille, the Paw Patrol, to be on Télé-Québec, which was not the case. But I think that's a good initiative to really provide our kids with high education and quality products made in Quebec. I think that's going to be good. So there are many things. One of the great things is that the troisième ligne, the third link in Quebec, is still not budgeted, and that's a political decision. And we encourage the government not to make any budgets for that project in the future. Keep going like this because it's not a good project.
You also mentioned subsidized daycares. What would you like to have seen done differently in the budget on that front, and why is it such an issue to you?
So if you care about the economy, you want each parent to be able to go to work. What are we doing right here? We're switching 5,000 places that already exist as a private daycare to subsidized daycare. So it's not going to change the offer, the number of places, whereas we had budgeted one place in CPE guaranteed for each parent for social reasons. But it has an economic impact, obviously, if your parents cannot go to work right now. So you can throw hundreds of millions in stimulus and packages to help your economy going. If people can't work because you didn't care about the social issues that are real problems in people's lives, well, the result from an economic standpoint will be disappointing. We think we should do it for human reasons because we care about our people. But it's also an economic topic, and I think it's the blind side of that budget.